Shabbat Shalom. This week's Torah portion is called Parsha Shemini. Shemini means the eighth day of the inauguration of the tabernacle in the desert and the excitement of the Shekhinah coming actually down on the tabernacle to show that the work of the Jewish people was accepted. The end of the Parsha is about foods that are permitted and forbidden to eat. In the middle of the Parsha is a very interesting episode about the two of the four sons of Aaron a Kohen who brought their own incense offering, and the Torah says they brought a strange fire, and God took their lives. Wow, why did God take their lives? They were involved in all the excitement. They wanted to be part of all the good energy, And so a few verses later, we have the verses that says that God tells Moses to tell Aaron and his sons, don't come into the tabernacle intoxicated. Oh, okay. They were intoxicated. They were drinking wine. And that's the opinion of the Al-Shich. That's the opinion of the Malnaway, is that was the reason why they were killed, because they were drinking wine. I'm going to ask you a simple question. How did they know? We only found out after the fact. As a result of this event, God tells Moses to tell Aaron, you can't drink in the tabernacle. How did Nadav and Avihu know? So the Baba Rabbi says something very interesting. You find a certain oddity in the Rashi's commentary on this verse. Rashi says, just like we said, that they were intoxicated. That's one of the opinions. And how do we know? Because the few verses later, God prohibits Kohanim serving Hashem when they're intoxicated. And then Rashi says, and we see this all in the Medrash in Vayikra, part of the oral commentary, that says about a king who had a ben bias. What is that? Either Rashi brings the entire source or just a footnote. Why is he mentioning this word ben bias? Well, what's a ben bias? A ben bias is like a living guest. A living guest is supposed to know how to behave in the house, even though he's not part of the family. He or she is there all the time. They know how to behave. That's the secret. The Rebbe's saying that's a hint from Rashi. Nadav and Avihu were b'nei bias of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They were living guests in God's house in the tabernacle. They should have known on their own that you're not supposed to drink it in the tabernacle. And that's why, even though the verses weren't given to us yet from God, they should have known on their own not to come into this temple, into the tabernacle, intoxicated. Let's turn it around and look at ourselves for a minute. If we really believe that God created the world, if we really believe that God gave us the Torah, we have to live by it, are we behaving that way? Is that the way that we act when we're in public? Is that the way we behave in synagogue? Is that the way we teach our children? Let's think about it ourselves. Let's start trying to behave like living guests in God's house. Shabbat Shalom.